Football League on EA Sports. And we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Welcome in, football fans. Thanks for joining us. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you. And Brock, on paper, it's not quite the competitive contest that everyone hopes for each week, but projections have us heavily tilted towards one sideline here.
One thing that is cool, Kate, it's been really easy to rally together this week for this team because nothing will unite a football roster, in my experience, than having the whole world against you. Heck, even your own fans at home against you. They don't care if nobody thinks they've got a shot. Those dudes playing today, putting that uniform on, they believe they can do this, and the power of that belief is a big deal.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 38. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Escapes a defender. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action, Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And that's a Kansas City touchdown! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one, and then brings up third down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got this at the 27. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Mahomes on 1st and 10. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here he goes on the bootleg. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Escapes the puck, and he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. That's complete. Here's Brown. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Those 3rd and short blitzes, you just want chaos. You just want to disrupt the clock and the timing of everybody offensively, and the defense got the job done.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. He's running with it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38. From the gun, Piron. And he's able to drive up past the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs with 2nd and 6. From the 42. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Tight end motioning right. Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
This one finds Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing again, Mahomes. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. Quick slant, caught by Lockett. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap to Smith. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 39. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. So as we get set to begin the 3rd quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now an inside give to Walker. He gets it ahead and winds up with about 3. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Motioning the tight end now. Blitz coming for Smith. Taken in by Noah Fant. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. McCole Hardman now on the return. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Second and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Kelsey running the slant. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Back to the air, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. Oh, he loses the football. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Pacheco has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent, but in today's NFL...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. A give up the gut to Walker. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. A good pickup of 6 there, but still 13 to go on 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Smith on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Escapes the pocket. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So that was holding on the offense, and a quick declination from the defense means this stands as a turnover. Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Back to throw Mahomes. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chiefs put up even more points in a win. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs continue piling on to this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks offense running out now. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. They're out and set, first and 10. From the gun, Smith. He finds Fant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing is Smith. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And again, it's Smith. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down. Tried getting it to Tyler Lockett, and that leaves them with 4th and 5.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Forced out to his right. And he's out of bounds very close to that marker, but it looked a tad short. Oh, and it is! That's a turnover on downs. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. It's Pacheco again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory, and they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.